I think we were all expecting a great fight tonight between you two guys, two tough opponents. We got one. How did you feel about things tonight?
I felt good, actually. You guys just reminded me I need to text. You send this text out. I mean, I feel like fight of the night, right? Like, I mean, or close, right? We were saying it from the beginning. Like, we were saying, like, you saw it at weigh-ins. Every step of the way, Bill Aljo and I were saying, like, we're going to put on a show. That's just what we do. And he was kind of saying that I could tell he was a little pissed off that you guys didn't give him much love or give the fight much love. You know, I know it's a big card. There's big names on the card. But he felt like, and I agree with him, that our fight should have got a little more coverage because we were going to put on a show. And you know, if you know anything about fighting, then that's what we were going to do, and that's what we did.
You can send out your text there.
Yeah, we're talking about bonuses, so I'm a little. Hold on, just a minute.
If anybody, your teammate might have stolen it from you. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, honestly, man, that fight was badass. I'll say this, dude. A song is a fucking gangster, man. That kid is he works his ass off. He's exciting. I love watching the kid fight, and honestly, Sandhagen stylistically is one of my favorite people to watch fight as well. So I love that they got to put on a show. I wish they would have got to finish that fight, but man, I think both those dudes should hold their head up high. That's beautiful, man. Both those guys are real fun to watch, and they put on a show.
It was actually 2-2 on two of the cards as well.
Yeah, I thought it was a really tough fight. I mean, it's one of those fights, like, I'm obviously biased because I have a teammate fighting, but I really hold Sandhagen in high regard, man. I really like the guy a lot. So I'm not a good judge, though. I'm just not. Like, when I'm into a fight, I'm also so biased. Like, if one of my teammates is fighting, it could be a 10-8 round for the other guy, and I'll fucking still call. Like, I'm biased. You know what I mean? When I'm watching my teammate fight, in that moment, like, it's not my job to commentate. It's not my job to judge. Like, if it were, I could be neutral, but in this scenario, like, I just got done fighting. I'm watching my friend fight. Energy's high. Like, you know, it's hard not to be a little biased. But I thought they had a beautiful fight, and I'm proud of Song for the way he handled it, and I'm happy for Corey.
Nice. As far as Bill goes, I mean, obviously you knew he was a tricky fighter. He's kind of wild in there, a little bit unpredictable at times. I mean, did anything he do in there surprise you tonight?
No, he didn't do anything that surprised me. Actually, that's not true. He shot. I didn't expect him to shoot. And I'm a good wrestler. There have been times where maybe I didn't show that off as much as I should, but I can wrestle my ass off. I started as a wrestler. So, you know, he didn't take me down. It wasn't even close, but I respect that he tried to mix it up, that he tried to shoot. You know, that's not his wheelhouse. So it shows the evolution of the game. And trying to take me down surprised me. The amount of blood that he dripped into the side of my ear surprised me. That was fucking surprising. I had a legitimate minute and a half after the fight where I couldn't hear anything. It felt like I dove into a pool. Like, there was so much of his blood in my ear that I couldn't hear anything out of my left ear. And it took me like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get it out, and this big blood clot fell out of my ear. And none of it was my blood.
That is gross.
That's why you should stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
It looked like you're always trying to put it all together for a full 15 minutes, right? But it looked like you were feeling confident out there. I mean, did it feel good?
I just had fun. I told my coach, Danny Castillo, who is an older brother to me, and he's seen me through all these highs and lows in this sport, and I've given my soul to this. Like, I love this game. I've given everything I am to this. And I looked at him before we walked out, and I said, we've done it every way. And tonight we're going to have fun. Like, that's what we're going to do. Tonight we're going to have some fucking fun. I've tried it every way. I felt every emotion. I've had every high and low. You guys have watched me grow up in this sport, in this company, and I love this. I love this game. I love this company. And I looked at my coach. I said, we're going to have fun tonight. That's what we're going to do. We've done it every other way. And there have been a lot of times in my life where I didn't like who I was, and I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, and fighting was as much about self-destruction as it was self-improvement. I didn't love myself, and this is one of the first times in my life where I like the person I see in the mirror, and I treat myself like someone whose happiness I'm responsible for, and I deserve to be happy. Like, for the first time, I look at myself and I feel that. And so I think that affects the way I fight now. I think it affects the way I go into these things. Like, I'm so grateful to be where I'm at, and I owe so much to fighting, and I love this shit so much. Like from now on, we're gonna have some fucking fun.
That's awesome. I did want to ask you about the third round because obviously, back control, but I don't know if I've ever seen more effective punching back.
Dude.
At least it looked like they were landing pretty firm.
No, I mean, it was all the top of the head. It didn't hurt. We were having some fun. I was just getting annoyed because I didn't want to give it the position, and he keep fucking punching me back in the front of the head and like on the forehead. So it's not going to do anything. It's just pissing me off. It's just like, but I'm not going to freak out and risk the position. So he wants to punch me so that I give up position, and I want him to stop fucking punching me, obviously, or I want him to spaz out so I can get some good hand control. And he's punching me, and I just stop at one point and go, "You hit like a fucking pussy." And I'm trying to get him, even though he's socking me in the top of the head, like I'm trying to get him to do something stupid, and he's just hammering away. I'm like, all right, man. And I wanted to do more from that position, but I wanted to make sure because I knew that it was a close fight. I needed to maintain that back position. I don't think it was a split decision close fight. Like I think it was pretty, like. When I say close, I mean competitive. I don't think it was a split decision. I think I clearly won that fight. It was competitive, but these judges are, I don't fucking know what these judges are looking at, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I thank God they didn't rob me, but dude, they gotta stop trying to scare me.
Well, one judge, 1 and 2, you took round 1 on all the cards. He took round 2 on all the cards, and the split was because one judge gave him round 3, I guess presumably because of those punches. I'm
just like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's get down to it. What is closer? What is a more significant threat to finishing a fight?
A rear naked choke.
My hand under his throat, ready to strangle him, or him punching me in the top of my forehead from 2 inches away. It's like, what? And if a judge legitimately looks at that and says that he was closer to winning the fight than me in that third round, fuck that guy. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I wish I had a more eloquent thing to say, but if you think that punches from here is a more legitimate fight-ending threat than a rear naked choke from the back, you shouldn't be judging fighting. And that's just my opinion. What the fuck do I know? I've only been doing this my entire life. But, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff, I thank God, honestly. Thank God they didn't rob me. Thank God they got it right. But I think that we really got to have some accountability with these judges, man, and have some better calls.
Last thing for me, Andrea, we saw some emotion from you at the close of the fight. I'm just kind of curious, I guess, how difficult this stretch has been for you, and I mean, did it nearly impact the fight, and kind of where you?
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have said that, but I've been holding on to that for a few weeks, and it all just comes pouring out. Man, I can't describe how much emotion is in that moment after a win like that, and a hard fought fight. Weird split. Like, your emotions are just so fucking high, and it all just came kind of pouring out, and it's been a really tough couple weeks, man. It has. I don't have, we've talked about this before. You guys have seen me at my highs and seen me at my lows. I don't ever come out here and preach or like pretend to be a guy that has the answers. I just know that I'm thankful to have fighting. I'm thankful to have this. I'm thankful to have my coaches and my team and my group of friends and my family. And I just want to make them proud. And if I can win fights and I can make them proud and I can stick to what I love and get to do this every day, that almost everything else will work out, And so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to operate from a place of kindness and of gratitude in every situation, and it's working out so far. It's tough, but it's working out so far, and I just want to keep pushing forward.
Andre, one quick one for me. On Wednesday, you said you're going to fight and get some more tattoos. What are your next ones?
Oh, I don't know. I got to finish my back. I made a fucking terrible choice and started a giant back piece. And it's like, here's the thing. All the gratification of getting a new tattoo is getting a new tattoo. And then other people look at the tattoo and go, oh, that's fucking cool, man, sick. And you get that when you get a new tattoo. But when you do a big piece like you do, I did my whole shoulders to butt. So like all the compliments I'm going to get about, like I went through it, I got the tattoo, and now I'm a cool back piece guy, and all the people who are going to compliment me have complimented me. No one gives a fuck now. But I still have like 10 hours of tattooing. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have to shade it and color it and white highlights and this and fucking that. And like I have a solid 8 to 10 more hours of pain and no gratification. Like it's good. It's the same tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not going to be like, no one's going to be like, oh, cool. Like you got more done on the same tattoo. Like, so that I'm going to go get my back finished. I'm going to be a man. I'm going to finish that. But fucking A, do I not want to. I'll tell you that right now. I want to start on something else. So I'm going to get my back tattooed. I'm going to go to Hawaii and surf terribly, but have fun doing it. And then I'm going to come right back and get right back into fight camp. And you guys will see me win a fight in December. That's the goal. That's the plan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Andre, over here. You mentioned that things are kind of different now. You know, you've matured. What changed?
Let's not give me too much mature. I never said that I matured. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you sound mature.
I'm trying. Yeah.
What changed? Is it just age, time? Did something happen that kind of clicked?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe a mix of things. Yeah, Father Time is undefeated. You know what I mean? And it's a weird because growing up, I didn't picture myself as a 32-year-old. You know, like I pictured myself like I lived in a way that was so chaotic and self-destructive for so long that I just was like, you know, when you're young, you think you just live like a rock star and then like you just explode and that's it and that's your story. You know, like you don't. Like you make choices and you live with the consequences and you learn and you wake up one day and you're like, oh, like I'm a 30-year-old man and I have to set an example for my nephews and my nieces and the people I love, and I want to be a good teammate. I want to be a good older brother. I want to be a good dad one day. I want to be a person that I like, you know? And so, yeah, I think it's probably just time, but it's weird because I guess maybe it has been gradual, but to me it feels like overnight. Like I just woke up one day and was like, I don't want to do dumb shit anymore. Like, you know, it's like it sounds simple, but it really isn't. Like you wake up and you just go, man, I want to like the person I see in the mirror. And so I'm going to make decisions that align with my core values. And I'm going to make the decisions that are the decisions, like the person I want to be, how would they make this decision? The person that I want to be, how would they handle this situation? And as long as you're moving in that direction, I think you find yourself in a place that you like. And that's all I've been doing.
And just one more. You mentioned on the broadcast that Bill has a broken arm. Did he tell you that, or did you feel that, or what?
Yeah, I didn't feel it in the fight. He had a hell of a poker face, but after the fight, he's like, man, I think you broke my arm. That guy's fucking tough, dude. He's tough and he's tricky, and it was an honor to share the octagon with him. But yeah, I think I'm not sure. I can't confirm for sure that it's broken, but he told me after the fight, he's like, man, I think you broke my arm. But fuck, he did a good job in the fight. He didn't show any weakness in the fight. I had no idea. So shout out to Bill Algeo, man, tough guy, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, Andrew, is it annoying that you're going to have to hear about MMA math now with you, Algeo, and Brito?
No, fuck no. That's 2 wins for me. What are you talking about? Bill Algeo beat Joe Anderson Brito. Joe Anderson Brito clipped me in the first 30 seconds. I didn't get the fucking fight, and now I just beat Bill Algeo. That's a win for me, player. I don't know however you want to do that math, it equals me like this.
I like
Hands
that.
up.
I like that. Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about this, didn't we talk about this earlier this week? I'm the light heavyweight champion of the world. I'm serious. I beat Artem Lobov. Artem Lobov beat whoever. I'll find the meme, but I'm the light heavyweight champ of the world, so go ahead and fucking jot that down.
Just one for me. You mentioned the blood in the ear. Did that come when you had that rear naked choke attempt towards the end? And did you notice it at the time? And was that the kind of thing that you were like, I need to finish this? And were you thinking about that ear?
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was literally like someone took a dropper and was just squeezing blood into my ear canal. Like, I can't describe to you it was egregious. It was the amount of blood was pouring. Whatever, I don't know if it was from my squeeze or just the angle, but all the blood from his face was just pouring inside my ear. Like, it felt like I jumped, when I got done with the fight, it felt like I jumped in a pool. You know, you got your ears clogged? And then for a minute and a half, I tried to get it out, and then by then it had like coagulated, and a big clump of blood fell out of my ear. It was a fucking horror scene.
Would you say that's the grossest thing that's ever happened to you in a fight from someone that you were fighting with?
Yeah, I mean, the whole sport's just kind of disgusting, right? Like, we're all fucking sweaty and gross and bloody and just, like, spit's flying and shit. People are cut open. It's just, the whole thing is fucking disgusting. I really struggle with OCD. Like, I'm very much a germaphobe. Like, I wash my hands manically. Like, I'm super conscious of, like, and I have to just turn that off because fighting is fucking disgusting. So, yeah, it was a literal nightmare. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure we saw you up here once with caked blood on your hand eating pizza that you were really loving after a post-fight.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just let go of your mental illness and just fucking get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get home, like I'll fucking clean every single surface and wash my hands until they're sore and like all. But when it's fight week, you just go, whatever. Like, all right, guys, pouring blood in my fucking ear. What can you do? You know, it's easier. It's easier to deal with that stuff when you get your hand raised at the end, though. So everything. Winning fights solves everything.
And it makes for a good story for your next comedy outing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you, brother. Cool. All done. Thank you, guys.